Hello everybody, good evening. Welcome to the United Stand. When last we met in the Europa League, we witnessed pure ecstasy. Can we do it? Maybe tonight, maybe next week, but it starts again. It's the semi-finals of the Europa League. It's Athletic Club, Athletic Bilbao, Athletic against Manchester United. And we've got to be on this. It's our last redemption. It's all we've got left. It's no European football next season if we don't win this tournament. Lots at stake. United cannot afford to make a mistake. We have got to be on this. I'm excited. You're very welcome. I hope you're excited as well. I've witnessed probably more European nights than most, and I've loved most of them. Going back to the foreigner rule where you could only pick 3 non-English players in the early 90s, obviously through 99, 08. I remember Sir Alex. I remember us getting knocked out of the Champions League, going down into what would have been the UEFA Cup then, and playing Bilbao. We thought we were going to win. They played us off the park. So, I've witnessed them all up and down, and there's something spectacular about a sunny evening and a European night away. And I hope that we can do this tonight because it's so good. Delo is not starting. I don't know what that's all about, but that is your Man United side there on the screen for you. I can't go off in jokes if I don't know what the joke is, and I don't know what the joke is. But the team is that stupendously, amazingly, is that. That is the team I picked in the preview. To the man, that is the team I picked in the preview. I said Lindelof over Shaw. I said Ugarte and Casemiro as a midfield 2. Mazraoui will be on the right. Obviously Dorgo on the left. Garnacho, Bruno, and then Rasmus up front. So it's an absolute mirror of what we put in the preview before. Why are you not wearing the hoodie? It's too bloody hot. I mean, if we're losing 2-0, I'll run upstairs and put the hoodie on, and I'll try and wear it in the second leg. But it's really hot. It's really hot. I can't wear a hoodie. I'll pass out. So, but I do have the Malbec. The Malbec is here. So I think that's the magic, really. The magic Malbec that is ready, and I shall open that up shortly. Here's hoping for some Magic United tonight, says Bonk. Thank you very much for your first super chat, by the way. Really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe to the United Stand. We're on the road to 65,000 tonight, so get involved. Big European night. Share the video. We had over 100,000 watching the last game. Obviously, it was late drama there, but share the video, play your part, get involved. You're all very, very welcome. Look, first things first. I'm very happy about the team. Oh, can I just laugh at a story? I sense there's a lot of nerves, so I just want to make everybody laugh a little bit here. Did you see the story that Sir Jim Ratcliffe is going to sell Nice to finance a buyout of the Glazers? Oh, let's all have a big old laugh. Ha 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 ha. So the Glazers value Man United at 6 billion. Sir Jim has already paid 1.25 billion for 25%, but he's going to sell Nice to get the rest. I mean, since when was Nice worth £5 billion? Since when was Nice worth £5? I mean, it's a funny story. It's a funny story, and we'll leave it at that. But no, let's talk about the team. It's about as happy as I can be, really. I can be happier. There are options off the bench. I think the bench is definitely worth mentioning, especially when you see the likes of De Ligt and Ahmad on the bench. It gives us options. Obviously, we'll have a look at Bilbao in a minute. Both Williams brothers are playing for them. That's no surprise. But our bench is Amas, Binder, Eriksson, Ahmad, Fredriksson, Heaton, Camerson, Mainu, Mantato, Mount, Shaw, De Ligt. From an attacking sense, it's basically Mount and Eriksson if you don't have Ahmad. But we do have Ahmad, and we've got Mainu as well. So the bench, to me, actually is looking okay. I mean, you're really not going to want to use De Ligt. Let's be honest. When do you ever want to bring a defender on? So you're not going to want to use De Ligt. You're probably going to use Shaw ahead of De Ligt if you need to. There is a weakness in this United side we need to acknowledge as well. But midfield, you've got the likes of Mainu in there. You've got Mason Mount in there. You've got Ahmad in there. So they are three subs that I would look at and go, you know what, that's rather interesting. Yeah, look, I think it's the right team. The only concern I have, and it is a concern, the only concern I have is Lindelof. Lindelof worries me. They are good down the wings, and if you get past Dorgu or Mazraoui, you're up against Lindelof. That does worry me, I've got to say. And funnily enough, Roscoe, one of our members, has just said, does Lindelof not scare you? Of course he does. Of course he does. But I think that, you know, you've got to look at where we're at and what's going on. And I feel that we've got an opportunity here to really sort of not get beat. I think that's the thing. I just don't want to be... Apparently it's a national holiday in Spain as well. They're going absolutely crazy outside. I'm just looking at some of the scenes there. The crowds outside kickoff are amazing. I'm just looking on the United Stand page there. But yeah, look, it's a fascinating evening. I think the talk needs to stop. There's been a lot of talk. We know they don't concede many goals. We know that they are, going to be favourites to win this game because they're favourites to win the tournament. The final will be here in Bilbao as well. But we've got a job to do. And our job is to take this first leg to the second leg and keep the tie alive. That's what we've got to do. I'm quietly confident because I've said we're going to win the league or we're going to win this tournament. But I won't. But I'm not. I'm saying that we're going to win this tournament, but I ain't confident. I'm just saying we're going to win it. Diaz is having a good season, says Shreeman. Yeah, you're never going to catch me out with that. Can you call my friend Dave a twat, says Mohammed. Thank you. Lindelof worries me with his pace, says Slow Sports News. Hope you're doing well, pal. Mark, save me a spot in your hype train. The Europa League is ours, says Dunny. I beg you, please wear the hoodie, Mark. Don't tempt fate. I'm not putting the hoodie on. United Devil. I'm not. It's literally boiling. I mean, this is a feather-light mesh shirt. I mean, it's got more holes in it than Lindelof. You know, it literally is a testimony to Lindelof, this shirt. It's the sort of thing he would wear, actually, Lindelof. I really genuinely think. So, no, I'm going to... I can't wear the hoodie. It's really hot. It's really hot. I can't do it. We paid £200 to go to watch United in Hong Kong. Match sold out in 14 minutes. 40,000 seats, says Yuri. Is Delo starting tonight, says that Barca fan? Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. Dang has just gifted 5 memberships, by the way. Can we get some W's in the chat for Dang? And Sully says, I'm flying tomorrow morning to Canada. I'm quite nervous and I can't sleep on planes either. Are you a nervous flyer? And do you have any advice? I hope you're doing well. Well, when I fly, it tends to be business class. You can lie down, you can have a nice meal, you can watch a film. I don't really. I've never flown business class. I can't sleep on planes, Sully. I used to be a nervous flyer, but the way I look at it is go on Flight Tracker. Go on Flight Tracker right now and have a look at how many thousands of planes there are in the sky. And then you just do the calculations in your head. You'll be fine. Really hoping to see Amrin win the Europa League, to see all the Amrin haters out. Shut up, says Carl. Mohammed, we've done that about your mate Dave. Thank you very much. Thanks for all the early super chats coming on there. Scrap says, could you put the hoodie on the back of the chair? If we start losing, I'll run and get the hoodie. But I'm confident tonight. I think the hoodie's more important for the second leg. I didn't have the hoodie in the first leg for Lyon, but I had it for the second leg. So I don't want to use its magic up, you know? Let's just keep it how it is. You're all moaning about the hoodie, but the hoodie was the magic in the second leg. We don't need the magic now. Right, please share the video. Make sure you subscribe. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I need to open my bottle of red because I need to start getting into it. Harry the Hoover and Victor the Vacuum are back. You know what, Alberto? That is not lost on me and it shouldn't be lost on anybody. That was genuine despair. That centre-back pairing was a bloody nightmare as a 2. But in a 3, it should be okay. So I think that, you know, it's amazing to see them back there. But this is what Amrim's had to say on Ahmad, by the way. We have to manage not only expectations, but also minutes because he was out for a long time. The team missed him a lot in his characteristics. We've got Garnacho, and if we combine the two, it's a different threat and another way of approaching the game. We're happy to have Ahmad back, but also De Ligt, who is a very good player. And I think he's absolutely spot on with that. He said that they played really well. Casemiro and Ugarte played really well against Lyon. We want a bit of stability in the match. They're a team that wants to press very high up the pitch, so we put a team out that can cope with that. We've gone more defensive away from home. I haven't got a problem with that. He said we had to take Luke Shaw off compared to the last game because we have to manage our players. Lindelof is a player who is very good on the ball and has a lot of experience, so that's why he's done that. I know there's people in the chat saying we should have started Luke Shaw. And apparently Ricky is screaming in his garden. I've just had a WhatsApp from his wife. She said Ricky is going absolutely mad. He's kicking the fence down and he started on the neighbours who are trying to have a quiet barbecue. He's going absolutely mad, Mark. What can I do? What can we do to calm? Just put a compilation of Matic's best minutes on YouTube and play it loudly. But Eric says Ricky's in Bilbao, Mark. Yeah. Sarcasm just doesn't travel, does it? As if he's in his bloody garden, kicking a fence down, going mad. Come on, mate. Come on. We've been doing it for 10 years. Please look up the word sarcasm. But no, I did not want Luke Shaw to start. And Luke Shaw's better than Lindelof. Absa, bloody exactly he is. But not at the moment. I think Luke Shaw at the moment looks really unfit and way off it. So I would rather go with Lindelof, but it still worries me. Yeah, it still worries me. I'm not going to lie about that. Let's have a look at the Bilbao team. There it is on the screen for you. Both Williams playing. I don't really know a lot about them. I mean, I was quite surprised to see that their goalkeeper is not Unai Simon, who is a very good goalkeeper. So I don't know what's gone on there. They're fourth in the league. They don't concede many goals. I'm sure, like every bloody Spanish team, like Real Sociedad and everybody else, they'll be able to keep hold of the ball. It's not Venus and Serena playing, no. It's Inaki and Nico. I wish it was Serena and Venus. There's a joke in that, but they'd be rubbish, wouldn't they? Forever MUFC says you need to mix that red wine with Coke. I've been telling you for months. In fact, I'm going to open it. Oh, bloody hell, I nearly kicked it over. Could have been injured. Good luck to all the Man United fans from Manchester all the way to the base of the Turkey. Let's go, says Subba. Got a good feeling about tonight. Let's smash them, says Dom. I mean, look, I'm not expecting us to smash them. I'm not expecting that. I'll be very happy with any kind of win. And I'd be very happy with a draw. Yeah. Liam says, Linda Sloth is back again. This is the biggest game for United in the last 5 years. I back this team to the end and beyond. United. Up the Reds, says Robert. Talking of Reds, come on. Don't want to cork it. Do you think Ahmad or De Ligt would come on, says Zizo? I think it's score specific, mate. If you're losing 2-0 with half an hour to go, you get Ahmad on, don't you? If you're losing and the defence is a bloody mess, you get De Ligt on, don't you? But if you're drawing or you're winning, you don't risk them. Why would you? Who would win, 100 gorillas or one person? We're not doing that, Paraso. It's so old now. Neil Stokes, welcome to the Members Club. It's Cyan Lee. I don't really know what you're talking about there, but I'm not on the Glazer payroll. Can you call my friend Michael a twat, says Justin. There's a lot of this going on. Realistically, what are we expecting tonight and in the second leg, says Simon? I'm expecting a tight game because they don't concede many goals. I'm expecting a tight game and God, this is a cork and a half, this. It's never like this. Yeah, I'm expecting a tight game. I don't expect us to get beat by many if we do get beat. I think it'll be a draw. I've gone with 2-2, which actually doesn't mean it'll be a tight game, will it? Does it? Yeah, I've gone with the 2-2 draw. And I think that it'll realistically come down to... you know what? To be honest, it's probably going to come down to mistakes. The referee, you know, it's probably going to come down to a multitude of things if we're being completely honest. But Look, I might be completely wrong here, but I do think it will be. I mean, look, they've conceded the most. They've conceded the fewest goals conceded in the top 5 leagues at home is Athletic Club. I mean, bloody hell, that's a nice stat, isn't it? They've only conceded 10 goals at home all season. I mean, what a way to make us feel happy. I mean, yeah, they're very, very good defensively. So, you know, we need to be. Look, that's tough. That's tough. Beth with a cheeky appearance on a TNT for the promo video. Good stuff, Zeno. United sign 18-year-old striker Enzo from La Javier. Here we go, from Romano. Lovely stuff. Belbath, another learner driver. Deadpool, welcome to the Members Club. Is the Wasp watching us tonight? No, Kevin. Nico Williams against Lindelof is crazy, says Noel. United are the team for me. Let's effing go, says Ben. Who wins a fight, 10 Mark Goldbridges or Mark Henry? A disappointing lineup, doesn't take risks, concerning. Simply Red, you need to give us more than that, because I don't think that there's not much wrong with that team. I mean, what risks would you take? You know, Mason Mount clearly can't start games of football, if we're being completely honest. Ahmad's not ready. What are you going to do? Play? I suppose you could have played Maguire. You could have played Mainu, I suppose. But I do think that realistically, I'm happy with that team. It was the team I predicted he would pick. Would I have made any changes? I don't know that I would. You know, I really don't know. I don't think I would. I think there are options on the bench with certainly. You know, there's you can't start Ahmad. Yeah. So I'm reasonably happy with what he's done there. And I certainly don't think away from home. Look, Sir Alex Ferguson, maybe you're not of that age, but Sir Alex Ferguson used to pick teams like this in the away leg and then try and do it back at home. So I don't see a huge issue with the team that he's picked, and I certainly wouldn't be, you know, being negative about it. I think it's fine. Yeah. Okay, let me just get that there. Right, this is the best lineup we can come out with today, says Bran. Thank you very much. Turn the AC on and wear the hoodie, please, says Lucas. We ain't got turn the AC on? Where do you think we are? The United States. We don't have AC here. Can you? I mean, there's very few houses in the UK that have got aircon. Can you call Tom a fat lead scruff, please, says Marcus. What's for dinner, Mark, says Rahul. It was a homemade lasagna made by me. The cork is a sign it will be tough, but the struggle is worth it. Also, Mainu contract and Cunha deal updates. Got nothing on that. It's Cyan at the moment. I love Amarim. I think he's the manager we need, says the Wheelbarrow. Who's going to win 100 Goldbridges against the Wasps, says Obi Morgan. I mean, I can beat one on my own. Someone get Mark a decent bottle opener. Athletic only bottle opener. It's a Slow Sports News. Athletic only choose players through academy or the other clubs within the Basque area. I thought they'd stop doing that, Slow Sports News. I know that was a thing for ages, but have they stopped doing that Basque thing now? Beth has done that one. Nico Williams is Lindelof, United. Done that. Anana Maguire, Lindelof giving Sevilla away vibes, says Millsy. Do you see any future in which Luke Shaw ever plays consistently again for United, says G? Come on, I think we've got to be serious here. No, I don't. I really, really don't. Good luck. Thank you very much. Right. Ferdinand said that we need a stadium like that, but 100k capacity, says Mr. Cheetah. That guy, I don't know where he's going in the summer, but oh God, he's so full of shit. He really is. Amrim's looking for a 0-0 by 65, 70 minutes. Let's see, says no retreat, no agenda. Games on Disney Plus over here. Always 1 minute behind, says Sam. And don't you think if Garnacho and Rasmus had British passports, they would be treated differently? They are good young talents and massively overplayed, says Orly. Yeah, probably, but look, they need to deliver tonight, don't they? They really do. We need a performance tonight. We can't have any passengers. Lee Berman says, I'd play Lindelof on Mazraoui's side. Better cover than Dorgu, in my opinion. I think Lenny is starting to come into his own now. I think we are going to miss Mazraoui in the 3 centre-backs. I spoke about that in the preview. If there was a way for us to get Mazraoui into the back 3, I think Amrin would have done it. But how do you do it? Like, You could have put Amas at left wing back and Dorgu at right wing back, but you're playing a kid and someone who's, you know, probably better off the left. I think the team is the right team. And as Bartley says, keep it tight, play for a draw. Dylan Hardman, sorry about that. I'll try and go back and read it. Hope you're doing well. Hope your team wins, says Greenfire. And Matt Tominey for the Ballon d'Or, I think, Pariso. I mean, he's having a good season. I have a feeling Rasmus will have a good game, says King. Well, look, stereotypically and historically, when a striker scores a goal, they go on and score more. Let's hope that's going to be the case today. Because, yeah, we need the win. Watching from Dublin, going to be a superstar. Shame he can't play, says Dean. And feeling like DVLA with all these learner drivers, says Reagan. Oh, God. I had some dark chocolate Brazil nuts just about 10 minutes ago. And a piece of the nuts have obviously gone and got stuck in my tooth. And it's stuck in the back of my throat now. I don't need any of that. I've got a watch along to do. The same lasagna from Goldbridge Cooks. Yum, says Rahul. I think it was, yeah. How do you think we do next season, says Deadpool. Can I be honest with you? I don't give a shit. Got no interest in next season right now. It's my birthday today, so I'm hoping to bring us some birthday luck. I'm looking forward to the game, says Kai. I hope you can, Kai, but I'm sure there's some Bilbao fans who it's their birthday as well. Anyway, forget Bilbo Baggins, FC. I've already, well, that's a bit offensive. Athletic Bilbo Baggins. Undo another button, Mark, says Mike Royce. No. The team playing tonight is good. I'm going for a draw. Hopefully United will win. Let's go United, says Mohammed Hamid. Thanks everybody who's tuning in all over the place. Give us a follow if you're watching, and make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Share the video. Appreciate that. Leroy, thanks for the follow. Saku, thanks for the follow as well. Donny H says it's his birthday as well. What's your prediction? Alex and Birmingham, thanks for the follow. Oyo as well. I've gone 2-2. Yeah, I've gone with a 2-2 draw, which I'd be very happy with. But having said that, I know they've got a very good defence, Athletic Club. I also know that they've got the best defence, home defence in Europe. So, yeah, they're going to be very difficult to score against. But if we can do it, it would be, you know, we've got to defend well, haven't we? CS Spencer, thanks for the follow. Thomas says it's not my birthday. Opinion on McDonald's on a plate, says Dogman. Nah. It's a very good point, actually, Dogman. Yeah, you don't put your McDonald's on a plate. I mean, that to me just ruins it. And also, somebody once gave me a McDonald's on a plate. And before I said, what is this rubbish, put it back in the box, it looks crap on a plate. There's hardly any food there as well. It looks really meagre and insignificant. You get a Big Mac meal and put it on a plate. It really doesn't look great. It looks small. Ton says you're going to lose by 2 minimum. Okay. 10 minutes from kickoff, 10 minutes from glory. Big up United and big up the United stand, says Alec. My first super chat, come on United, says XLNT. I've gone for 2-2, Jagdesh from Malaysia. Didn't know of my membership. Cheers to the gifter. It's pronounced Gifter. The same lasagna. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thoughts on pizza eaten with a knife and fork? Again, ridiculous random guy. Ridiculous. Hi, Mark. I'm coming to the UK in the summer from Sydney. Is there going to be any events the United Stand are doing or a meet and greet with you? Love the books, says Eamon. Watch this space, mate. Watch this space. M&S Classic Merlot. Can't beat it. I can barely see which is handy. Anana can't hurt me tonight, says Nick P. He's on it. He's on it. Look at this atmosphere, though. It's building up lovely here. Some empty seats I can see up there. I don't know what that's all about. I'd have thought it would be a sellout. But this is where the final's getting held as well. So they're desperate to win it. That's why I won't put my meat on a plate, Marks, a super donuts. Thank you very much for that. Okay, let's have a quick look if they've got any quotes from Amarim. Well, we've heard from Amarim, haven't we? We have. Beth has just said, I want to be nothing but positive going into this game, but if I was Kobbie Mainoo, I'd be seriously questioning why I wasn't starting in the biggest game of the season so far. Get your best players on the pitch. Disagree. No, I disagree. And this is what football's all about. It's subjective and it's opinionated. And Beth would start Mainoo, but for me, I think he's picked the best game. I can't put Mainoo in this team. Because if I put Mainoo in this team, I've got to drop Bruno. Because I can't put Bruno in a midfield 2 away from home against the Bilbao side like this. I've got to go Agate and Casemiro. If I play Mainoo, I've got to drop Bruno. I can't play Mainoo and Bruno. There's no pace. I've got to play Garnacho for the running game. So I disagree. I don't see... If you play Mainoo, you've got to drop one of Casemiro or Agate, and I think that's a mistake. So... I think he's got it right. I understand the disappointment of Mainoo not starting. I'm disappointed he's not starting, but this is squad game. This is what happens. So I think it's the right choice. But look, some of you might agree with Beth. I mean, look, at the end of the day, does anyone agree with Ricky? You know, he's going mad. He's trying to get hold of the commentator. He's trying to knock Rio out so he can start talking about, I'm telling you now, Rio, where's Luke Shaw? Where is he? Okay. So, we've got 32,000 watching at the moment, nearly 33. Make sure you share the video and get involved. Big game. The players are lining up here. Don't get lost in the moment, lads. Embrace it. Don't look nervous. Everyone keeps forgetting Rasmus was the youngest player in the Premier League to score in 6 successive matches, says Manny. I'd still be terrified next week if we win 5-0. Oh, yeah. Definitely Mazraoui Wowie. 1 million or 1p, which doubles every day for 30 days. It's the 1p, isn't it, Kevin? Mainoo is good for the return leg with Ahmad, says King. Exactly. Tracy Taylor's gifted 5 memberships. And World Padlock with a big bit of news just before we start. He had the scan today. He hasn't got... No, oh, sorry. He's had the scan today. It's a boy. It's a boy. I was getting you mixed up with someone else. Well done, World Padlock. Absolutely great news. It's a boy. You kind of look like Ben White. Anyone ever told you that? I look nothing like Ben White. SRS Robert. I hope you're doing well. Let's go United. I hope we can win today. The only change I would make is Kobe for Garnacho, but really hope United wins. That doesn't work, Nabil, for me. I know you're talking like Beth, but that doesn't work for me because we'd be way too slow. Where's the pace? If you played Casemiro, Agate, Bruno and Mainoo, where's the ability? Where's the pace? There isn't any. Are you going to try deep dish pizza in Chicago? Says Danny. Sounds lovely. Thank you very much. Appreciate all these super chats, by the way. Thanks to the follows from Lutando and Mark. United win this. I'm scared, says Jamal. Are you on the piss again tonight like Leon, says MF. I've got my bottle of red and... But, as I said, I'd only had a glass of it going into the second half against Lyon. So, what can escalate it is United, messing this up, which hopefully they're not going to do. So, players on the halfway line here, Bruno and their captain. Just joined. Thoughts on Lindelof starting, says Quackworth. I'm not too fussed about Lindelof starting, if I'm being completely honest. It's what I predicted in the preview, and I think that, at the end of the day, I would rather play Lindelof than Luke Shaw, who doesn't look fit. What happened to Garnacho left hand, says Sybil? Don't know. You kind of look like Idris Elba. Anyone ever told you that, says Robbo? Come on. Hi, Mark. It's 4:30 a.m. in Adelaide and South Australia, and I'm very confident that we can get a positive result. I love that, Carmine, legend of the chat. Hope you're doing well. Can you say hi to my 3 boys, Evan, Josh and Finn, sitting here in the Jeep waiting for my eldest son to appear after his football? Thanks, Mark, says Gur, or Jer. Thank you very much for that. Let's get behind the team, says Niall Miller Music, and I've been a member for 5 years. What a legend there. I've been watching since the Everton game under Ollie. That Everton game under Ollie was the game where I said I don't trust these players anymore, and I don't think I've ever completely recovered that trust. In fact, I haven't. That was the day where I said I just don't trust this team anymore. I've had enough of them, and I don't think I trust. I like them, but I don't think I trust them. They've got to rebuild that trust, really. Z3 Music Official, hope you're doing well. He says, just got in the chat. Sorry if you covered it already, but MUFC MPB is saying Sir Jim wants to sell Nice to fund a full takeover. Any truth in that? Yeah, he needs 5 billion, said 3 Music official. The last time I checked, I don't think Nice was worth £5. Theodore's getting married tomorrow. Final game with no ring. Why? What are you doing? Oh yeah, ring on your finger, yeah. And Julius, anyway, good luck tomorrow. And congratulations. Big game for Lindelof today. Only doubt with the squad at the moment, says Julius. Thank you very much for that. Cad says, what do you think Man United's best backline is this season? I think if everybody was fit, you'd play Yoro, Maguire, De Ligt, and then you'd play Mazraoui and Dorgu. Sorry, if everyone was fit, you'd play Dorgu, Delo, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Yoro. I think that's our best. That's harsh on Maguire, but I think that's our best. Carlos says, where's the hoodie? I've explained it. It's too hot. Is that a Bilbo Red you are drinking? Good luck, Mark. You need it, says Howder, who's a Liverpool fan. Lovely stadium, this. Lovely stadium. Come on, Bruno. Let's go. And we go. We move. Share the video. Get involved. Let's get up to 40k watching. Have you ever done that one? Thank you very much. I don't look like Mark Henry Leela. Is it me or is there a lot of empty seats? Empty United seats, says Ash. There shouldn't be. Maguire there, just caught in possession, but we've won the throw-in. Are we going to get better tifos than Arsenal for the second leg, says Wolfenblue? That Arsenal one looked like a shower curtain, didn't it? Whoever said that was spot on. I'm watching from Sydney, says Jamie. About to have a heart attack from nerves, especially after seeing Lindelof. Marco's on about Sir Jim selling Nice to fund a takeover. How do you fund a takeover by selling Nice? Nice are probably worth about, what, 100, 200 million quid? They won't be worth hardly anything, Nice. Go on. Well in Euro. That's it, Casemiro. You know what I like about Casemiro in the last couple of games? One touch. He plays a lot of one touch, and it just alleviates the pressure on him. Go on, Dorgu. Oh, come on, mate. What's Agate doing there? You can't just shove him over. That's a shit pass. Come on, and that's a shit pass from Mazraoui. You can't put pressure on yourselves. Cross comes in from Athletic Club. Edge of the box. Well done, Rasmus. And they've still got it. Come on. It's a shaky start here. Cross into the box. Put it out for a corner. Well done. I hate crosses into the box. Hi, Mark. Much love from Johannesburg, South Africa. We just need to stay compact and keep our heels, heads and play with heart. Come on, United, says Yusuf. Just tuned in, driving home. Thanks for the content. Who's at centre-back? So we've got Maguire, Yoro and Lindelof. De Ligt is on the bench. Nice is worth £217 million, says Bill. Yeah, so how the hell do you fund buying Man United when he would need another 5 billion and Nice is worth 200 million? Nothing comes of the corner. Kay, you've got no ball knowledge, according to 238A. Stoked, but Anana does not fill me with confidence as Bounty Hunter. Thank you very much. Ahmad's on the bench, Hayden, yes. Thanks for the follow. GM's scared. 1-0 to Tottenham already, apparently. Don't care. They're going to win, aren't they? Jake and Dowit, thanks for the follow there. United can't get out their own bloody half at the moment. Some shit passing going on here. Snowman's in defence. I'm scared, says Hypochondriac. Well, it's all Bilbao at the moment. This is not a great first couple of minutes from United. Right, Garnacho. If he loses that ball again, fucking hell. What is Garnacho doing at the moment? He's had a shit start. 3 times the ball's gone to him and he's lost it. This. Even HD says, what the hell is Garnacho on? I like Garnacho, but he's got to switch on. You can't lose the ball like that in a game like this. Right, here's a nice ball into Rasmus. Holds it up well. Into Garnacho. That's better. These United shorts, look like they've gone in the, looks like they were white, but they've gone in the wash with the navy blue top. They look off-white, don't they? Garnacho loses it again. Wins it back. Loses it again. 6 missed passes already, says Alberto. Steph wants to know where they can watch it on their phone. Well, if you've got BT, if you've got EE, you can normally get BT on your phone. Bruno, nice little flick. Play him in! Garnacho! Oh, go Garnacho! Get in, Garnacho! 1-0 to Manchester United! And it is a goal! I thought he's given offside. Oh, go away. Go away. Go away. Yeah, he's off. Oh, he's off. Oh. This is why I hate VAR. I was so happy. I'm glad I spotted it was offside quicker though. He is off. He's off. He's off. Don't even worry about it. Well, I do worry about it, but Benji says, shout out to Kay, who's huge fans and loves you. Thank you, Benji. Would you take a 0-0 tonight, says Brandon? I would. I'd take it back to Old Trafford, yeah. Callow says, I have a feeling that Athletic Club are going to pull an Inter on our asses in Old Trafford next week. Expect we won't be bringing it back like Barca did, says Callow. Nothing like being negative about the game that's next week. Being realistically, they're better than us, but let's stay solid and keep qualifying possible after this leg, says Jack. We should be 1-0 up there. I don't think you can blame Garnacho, but that should give us a bit of confidence. Isn't it impressive that Bilbao can only sign players from one region, the Basque Country, yet still compete with the best teams in La Liga, says Fuad. It's amazing. It's amazing. I know they used to do that. I didn't realise they still did. Bruno's very talented, says Dream Winter. Make sure you give us a subscribe if you're watching. Bottom right hand corner to do that. Thanks for the follows and please give us a share. 44,000 watching at the moment. It's still Basque players only, says Harrison. Tottenham are winning 1-0 at home. They are at home to Bodo Glimt. I mean, they've basically got a bloody bye, haven't they? I mean, Tottenham are shit. They're so shit, and they've basically got a bye. This is the final, really. I'd say this is the final. Can the youth deal with the mental pressures of semi-final game with 100 million on the line? We all know after the game tonight, says I'm begging for Wi-Fi. It's not been a bad start for United, though. I mean, the first 2 minutes were a bit shit, but the passing's been a bit... Oh, Agate, he's had a bad start as well. Good save, Anana. Agate's had a bad start. Casemiro needs to have a word there because Casemiro's pinging it off one touch. Agate's trying to control. Don't be doing that in a game like this. Don't be fucking about with like little spin touches. Play the ball first time. We need a Casemiro man of the match performance, says Kevin. Bruno wins the header. It'll be another corner. Username says Spurs are shit, but they're only 2 points behind you. Never said we weren't shit, mate. Jack is lost. Thanks for the follow. They've gone with a short corner this time. Fucking hell. Header on the back post for Bilbao. Headed it wide. Solomon says, I've got a feeling we'll draw tonight and win next week. I'll have some of that, mate. Look at this again, though. Overload on the back post. Where have we seen that before? Every bloody week! Every bloody week. Overload on the back post. Wasn't a bad shot by Bilbao, was it? Catherine says she'd take a 0-0. Yeah, Agate needs to learn from Casemiro quick. One touch. Scan, one touch. Scan, one touch. See? There we go. Casemiro's one-touch game is brilliant so far. Oh, who's that? Mazraoui again. He's played a few bad passes as well. Is Garnacho down the wing? Greedy. Should have put the cross in. See, that questions... I question that about Garnacho again. Like, he's in a perfect position to put the cross in, decides to take the player on, probably so he can have a shot on his left foot. Cross it to who? Well, mate, he's running onto the ball, looking that way, and everyone's running towards it. You don't have to cross it into the 6-yard box. You can cut it back. You can do all sorts of stuff, mate. Stop making excuses. I've got a feeling we'll draw here and win next week, says Solomon. Thank you very much. Anana grabs hold of it. It's an edgy game at the moment. Spurs would be a tough final. Bartley, don't even talk about the final. This is a huge challenge for Manchester United. But you're right, if we did find a way through, doesn't mean we're going to win it. I'd be massively nervous about playing Spurs in a final because nobody wants to be the team that gives Spurs a trophy. I mean, that's the ultimate humiliation, isn't it? What the hell is that by Agate? For God's sake. Well in. Well in, Casemiro. Oh, he's just not got the legs there. Niall Malloy has just sent a membership. Casemiro showing his class, says Daniel. Oh my God. What the bloody hell are we doing here? Half this team is asleep. Again. I mean, that's Nico Williams running in between 3 bloody centre. What's the point in having 3 centre backs if you can't mark one player? He should score. That's a goal for me. That's a goal. We should be 1-0 down. That's a goal. We're very lucky there. Half the team's asleep. Maguire's asleep. Mazraoui's asleep. Agate's asleep. Garnacho's asleep. You know. Need to wake up. They're all better players than this. DM, thanks for the follow. Phil James, thanks for the follow as well. Scary 2 picture our future if we don't win this, says Bartley. Oh, don't worry, mate. Amrim's got a plan. If you want to play in the Champions League, we don't want you anyway. Evening, Mark, and the best community on YouTube. Hoping you're all well. Thank you, Mike JW. Hope you're good too. Look, we're probably a little bit fortunate to be 0-0. Having said that, we could have been 1-0 up ourselves. What's that? By Dorgu. He's asleep as well. No, he's been caught late. Add Dorgu to sleepy time. Half this team is asleep at the moment. Need to wake up. Jordan says, answer Lindelof, says Jordan. PK, thanks for the follow. Yeah, they should be 1-0 up. That's a great chance for Nico Williams. I mean, if that had been at the other end, we'd have been saying, how's he missed? Mike JW's just gifted 5 memberships. Thanks, pal. Score predictions 2-2, Tim. I actually think there will be goals in this based on the first 12 minutes. Agate, for God's sake, he's having an absolute stinker. Stinker. This is probably the worst game I've seen Agate play. And I think he gets a lot of unfair criticism. That's better. Casemiro, come on. He's having a great game at the moment. Oh, mate, he's playing. Well, he's done well there. He finds Dorgu. That's a foul. What? Ref? This ref's shit as well. Here we go. The ref's asleep as well. Wee Willy Winky running around in his bloody pyjamas. Wee Willy Wanker. Ranić United hired a back 3-star manager for a back 4-star squad mid-season. So much truth in one interview today. Have you seen it? I haven't, Mario, but we'll probably talk about it on the morning show. I tell you what, he will take Agate off at half-time if he carries on like this. They're on the attack again. Maguire needs to get tighter. Good tackle, Maguire, that. And then he wins a foul. I don't need to see Garnacho. I know he's offside. Bloody hell. Captain T1 says Dorgu hasn't played at this level before, but the rest of them have no excuse. The game is there for the taking, says Captain. This is reminding me of a contestant waiting to find out if he's won 1 million on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. The pressure is intense tonight, says I'm begging for Wi-Fi. Watching on my lunch from Toronto. Casemiro's going crazy, says Ndibwa. Yeah, let us know where you're watching from, everybody. 0-0 here at the moment. Chelsea have scored. Sancho, get in to get out. I think it's 3 centre-backs. They sometimes get lazy, says Aldo. They don't pick up the runners, and Agate needs to fix up. Very good. Very true. Take a bow, says, hi from Bonnie, Edinburgh. Scooby-Doo. 15 minutes gone. I'd say they're better than us so far. Not massively, but we need to switch on. It's worrying that you go into a game like this and you're not switched on. You just can't have starts the game like this. You can't. Great attendance for Bilboa. Thanks, Logan, for your super chat. I mean, what's that from Dorgu? I think... Hi, Mark. Hope these players wake up and win this for the fans and the manager, says Karan. Mainu would play better, understand this pressure, says IQ. Look, mate, that's a tactical switch we can take. I don't think he's wrong not starting Mainu and playing 2 holding midfielders in a game like this. But as I said, he'll make a change if this doesn't get any better from Agate quick. That's better. That's what he needs to do. Stop taking a touch. They're putting a lot... Casemiro is using his experience again. He knows every time he gets the ball, they're on him. So he's not taking a touch. Agate hasn't figured that out. And he's taken a touch every time. Which is fine when you're in that situation when no one's near you, but once they engage the press... Oh, for God's sake, Lindelof. Well done, Casemiro. Fucking Lindelof there. It's all right putting your hand up now! Oh, sorry! Bloody idiot. Absolute idiot. That could have been 1-0. Thank God for Casemiro. Again. Get De Ligt on. Even injured, he's better. What's annoying me here is, they're obviously a good side, but we're playing badly. Like, we've got, you know, if they're going to beat us, don't make mistakes and play well. RD Photographer, thank you. Welcome to Members Club. We are inviting pressure at the back, says Mr. Scally, just to go long and lose the ball with poor passes. No accountability or care on the ball right now. Thanks, Mr. Scally. Joe Coleman says Garnacho's got to go. He's not in position for. Could be great. Even Agate is entitled to a bad match. Just don't make it this one. Says, I like Agate. You know, I like Maguire. I like Dorgu. But I'm not going to not call out that they've had bad starts. You know, Casemiro's had a lot of stick over the last 12 months, but he's our man of the match so far. Here we go again. How can you have a back 5 and lose your man? What a block by Lindelof. I tell you what are we doing? What are we doing at the back? SOS! Where's our back 5? How can Nico Williams have that much space running in on goal? It's a brilliant block by Lindelof, but how are we playing on the edge football with a back 5? What's this defence doing? How is that just here? Dorgu's out of place. They're marking the shadows. Lindelof's done really well there, to be fair. He's recovered twice there. Bloody hell. We should be losing. For a back five, it's shocking how many holes there are. You know, you play a back five, you're normally hard to get at. They'll be keeping another bloody clean sheet here. Ross says, is Ugarte still in Manchester? Lindelof starting a game of this importance is criminal. He should have been gone years ago, says Jack. 8 years he's been here. But to be fair, he has just stopped a goal on the line then. Franklin says, the team is scaring me. Drinking time, that will change things. I'm begging for Wi-Fi. See, Ugarte again. Stop taking a fucking touch under pressure, mate. He did it again there. He's got a player right behind him. And what does he do? Take a touch. And then Casemiro gets it. What does he do? One touch. Right. Garnacho, where are you going? Into a bloody mess again. Casemiro needs to go over to Ugarte and say, look at me. Every time I get the ball under pressure, I'm using one touch. You keep bloody controlling it, mate. You can't take 2 touches in a game like this. You got to take 1 touch. Casemiro's switched on from the first minute. Every time he's under pressure, 1 touch. Every time Ugarte's under pressure, I'll take a touch and lose it. You've got to fucking figure that out quick. Tactical, I know, but it's glaring. How is it possible to be this bad? They look drunk, says Stig. Well, I think Bruno's playing well. I think Casemiro's playing well. I think there's 1 or 2 others who are okay, but there's a few who need to wake up. Bruno pings it to the back post. Maguire's going to win that, but absolutely no direction on it at all. Jamie says, cheers from Chicago. Hope to see you here sometime. Chicago Theatre would be the perfect venue for a tour. I know a ton who would attend. Brilliant, Jamie. Thanks. That sounds great. Jamie Diaz. My 8-year-old just popped his head round the door and said, Daddy, what does Wee Willy Wanker mean? Just say Wee Willy Winky. Don't forget, not just the back five, also got 2 sixes, says Sam, including the goalkeeper. 8 of our players are defensive-minded, and we still give them 8. We're all over the place at the moment, mate. We haven't really got much of an attacking threat because it's quite a defensive lineup, and it is all over the place. I mean, it's criminal that in the first 20 minutes, Nico Williams got in like that. I mean, I don't know how that happens with a back five and 2 holding midfielders. It's not like we're attacking. Here they go again. It's chaotic at the moment. It's scary at the moment, considering our season depends on this. They look way better. This has got nothing to do with talent mentality. Says no retreat, no agenda. Mark, you need to stop drinking, says Liam. Okay, let me just block you. The problem is Dorgu is really high because United doesn't have anyone else on the left wing. When Dorgu goes high, Yoro has to cover, says Jim. Very good observation. Need to get Bruno on the ball, says DJ. You could take Ugarte off at the moment. Don't forget, not done that from Sam. Thanks for the follow, Fading Anal. Okay, horrible thoughts. Cesar, thanks for the follow as well. James Cook's just gifted 5 memberships. You're a legend, mate. Stig says they all look drunk. Worst possible start. What are we doing, says Corey. It's a bad start, but it's a positive because it's 0-0. Fuge says we should be 3-0 down. Dorgu's like a rabbit in the headlights, says Scott Treacher. Here's Bruno. Can't take a touch in this game. Here's Garnacho. Ref, that's a foul. That's a yellow card, that. I think he's going to get booked. Looked like a yellow card to me, that. Yeah, it's not actually, it wasn't that bad. I don't think he will get booked. Ricky is going to take notes to blame this all on Bruno, says Miguel. They look better because they are better, says Give It to Mikey. And Samir says, my birthday's coming soon on 10th of May, hoping for some birthday look over the 2 legs. And Felipe says, Amrim's tactics will cost us this tie and his job. And Patrick says, lots of players look nervous and tentative. They have settled a lot quicker, need senior players to control more. This is why we need to get more experienced players and less learner drivers, because we do look inexperienced here. We do look nervous. And there is a lot of inexperience on there. You know, when you look at it, Dorgu, Yoro, Garnacho, Rasmus, that's 4 players straight away. And I also think Agate's playing like he's 19. Kanishka says, Lindelof's already earned his salary, take him off. Do not let Nico Williams get the ball. He's got the ball. Who's that? Is that Mazraoui doing little turns? No one's marking anyone here. No, Garnacho! Why is he taking people on the edge of the box? He's won a free kick, but get rid of it. Did he get booked? Did he book that Bilbao player? I don't think he did he? No. Twat. Ahmad for Agate, Garnacho left, Ahmad right, Bruno drops next to Casemiro, switch up on the tempo. Yeah, we're not going to go attacking in this game, mate. Good luck with that. Ibrahim says, how did he not get booked? He just kicked Mazraoui, then fouled Garnacho on the edge of the box. The ref is worrying me. European refs, isn't it? John says, get the hoodie on. John is the guy who said about the... Come on, do not let the ball bounce. Bloody hell. Oldest rule in the book. Centre-backs, don't let the ball bounce. Yeah, Garnacho, he's got it. He knows what he's doing. Agate again. Too many bloody touches again. Why is it Bruno and Casemiro are pinging one first touch passes off? Again. And Agate's taking as many as he can. Well done, Rasmus. That's it. Agate, first touch, better. How the fuck did he not get booked, says Ibrahim? I've done that one, haven't I? Headless chicken, says Ndibwa. Dorgu's jogging around. He needs to come off, says Twiz. It's your boy Cal. Thanks for being a member for 73 months. One touch. One touch. Bloody hell. Half our team just can't do it. The biggest problem we've got here is that goes into Garnacho. There's a one-touch pass move. It really is basic. Bruno's playing one touch. Casemiro's playing one touch. It's the biggest problem we've got in the game at the moment. Too many touches and we're losing the ball. I mean, Amorim said it himself. They're like Bournemouth. They press you very quickly. Don't take a touch then. Not the pink boot, says Zach. Don says, after seeing how Barca and PSG played the last 2 days and seeing us play, it really puts in perspective how crap we are. Yeah, well, thank God we're not actually in the Champions League. Chuffbridge says, we should move Agate to the 10 to press from the front and drop Bruno to the 6 to get more control. Casemiro is the best player so far. I completely agree with you, mate. Franklin says, I think it's a good thing we've started badly. Well, hopefully they'll switch on. We've got options on the bench. I just don't want us to go behind. Daniel says, what if Amorim is our Potter at Chelsea? Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Please do share the video. Heading towards 60k. Make sure you subscribe and give us a follow as well. Ronan's given us a follow. Peter's given us a follow. Egertson's given us a follow as well. They're on the attack again. Agate, do not take a touch. Oh my God. He takes a touch. Gets away with it. Dorgu, pace. Go on, mate. Hey, come on, ref. That's got to be a yellow card. When's he going to get the card out? This ref's bloody dreadful. Has he left his cards at home? He's so shit. I mean, that's 2 yellow cards now. One on Garnacho and one on Dorgu. Honestly, if the game is to scare the crap out of me, it's working, says Ndibwa. Shout out to Vicky Love James, says James Davies. Lovely message there. Do you think Mainu is better tactically for this game, says Dunny? It depends whether he's fit, mate. Coward, says Corey Lineker. I sub Ahmad and Mainu for Dorgu and Agate, says John. Too early to bring Ahmad on. That's a shit... What a rubbish free kick by Bruno, that is. Well done, Mazraoui. Sorry, Garnacho. Maguire, give it to Garnacho. Maguire, give it to Garnacho. You're not a winger. Goal! He is a winger! He may as well call him Yamal on the wing. Casemiro scores. United 1-0 up. Maguire just turned into prime Yamal. He saw Garnacho. He said, piss off. You won't put a cross in. Little bit of skill. Whips a cross in. Casemiro on the back post. It's Leon reversed. It's 1-0 to United. Take that, Athletic Bilbao Baggins. 1-0 United. Never in doubt. Get in. Thought someone was coming in then. Look at this. Watch this by Maguire. He really should pass to Garnacho and he goes, yeah, you won't cross it. I'll take him on. Yamal on the wing. Agate gets the flick to the back post. Agate gets an assist. Have that, you haters. Brilliant. Brilliant goal. Maguire. What a winger. Maguire like prime Yamal. Get in. Lovely. What a start. Well, it's not a start, is it? Yamal is worried. Yamal's shitting himself now. The Ballon d'Or may not be safe. He can play and it put Maguire in goal. Oh, lovely. What a start. We've got to calm down. Got to calm down here. We probably don't deserve it, but yeah, Casemiro scored. Maguire put the cross in. It's actually Agate who flicks it to the back post. And there's Casemiro. Now, hopefully that's going to calm us down. And it's Agate again with a brilliant... Oh, my bloody Garnacho. Don't fall over, mate. Put the cross in, Mazraoui. Oh! He wants a penalty, Rasmus. He wants a penalty, Rasmus. Referee says no because he's absolutely shit. They're on the ropes here, Bilbao. They're on the ropes. Rasmus is fuming. He's absolutely fuming. I don't know what's going on. I didn't see it. Let's have a look. Cross comes in. Garnacho slips, but he does well. He gets back up. Mazraoui. You're not going to get a penalty for that, I don't think. I don't think you're going to get a penalty for that. Thank you very much. He does pull him back a little bit. I mean, if it gets given in the game, I think it gets given, but I don't think it will get given on VAR. In Europe, you never know. Potential penalty check. This could be big. I don't think it will get given, but this could be big. Taking their time. Make sure you share the video, everyone. Make sure you subscribe and give us a follow. I don't think they're going to give it. I mean, I think the fact that they're looking at it surely means you've got to have a look at it. I mean, he probably is going to... The problem is he's probably going to get there. The pull stops him getting there, doesn't it? He probably is going to get there. Here we go! Here we go! Fabrizio Romano time! This is it! This is it! Here we go! It's going to be a penalty. Penalty coming. He's got to give it. Yeah, he's got to give it. He literally stops him tapping it in. He scores that. He scores that if he isn't pulled. He's got to give it. %, Pen. 100%. You've got to give it. Yeah, you got to give it. He pulls him back. You got to give it. He's going to score. Watch. There's the tap in, and he pulls him back. You got to give that. No attempt to win the ball either. It's a red card. Oh, I don't think he's going to give it. I don't think he's going to give it. Get in! Yes! Send him off! Send him off! Send him off! Get him off! Red card! Get off! He's off! He sent him off! Get in! Have that! Have that! He sent him off as well! Oh! Thank God! And Allah! And Buddha! And everybody else! Let's go! Red card! You've got to go. You've got to go. My daughter was playing at the weekend. Same thing happened. Ref didn't send him off. Now who looks an idiot? You got to go, bruv. Go. Walk on. Walk on by. I'm seeing red. I'm seeing red. Get out. You can't change your mind now. You can't change your mind now. Yeah, you can have a yellow. Do you want one? Oh, Rasmus. It's definitely a penalty. Definitely a penalty. Just need to calm down here a bit. I think people are overreacting, getting a bit excited. Calm down. Calm down. Ollie says, I'm not sure about the red. Do you want to know why it's a red? Literally, my daughter was playing in a final on Sunday. First minute, pulled her shorts back, one-on-one, gave the penalty, should have been a red. You're making no attempt. There's no attempt to win the ball. So you have to give the red. Pulling the shirt, pulling them back, you have to give the red. There's no... If you're not making any attempt to win the ball and you're stopping a goal-scoring opportunity, it's a red card. It's in the rules. If we score this and we're against 10 men, we've got to go and score more. This couldn't get any better. This could not get any better. 2-0 up against 10 men. It can't get any better than this. Come on, Bruno. Get in! 2-0! Come on! Calm down! Calm down! Calm down! Oh, I tell you what. I bet there's people in our fan base who are hating this behind fake smiles, thinking, oh no, hammer him out. Have that. 2-0. Come on. Come on. Go for the jugular now, says Joe. We've got to. We're 2-0 up against 10 men. We've got to put them to bed. You've got to go for it. Got to go for it now. Kill the game. We've got to go for it. Whew. They'll have another man next week. You've got to go for it. Oh, lots of people saying not a red card. You don't know the rules. You don't know the rules, I'm afraid. You need to check the rules. I think it's harsh, but you need to go and check the rule book. If you deprive a goal-scoring opportunity without a genuine attempt to win the ball, it's a red card. Read the rule book, because I spent the whole weekend reading it, because it happened in a game I was watching. It's a red card. It's harsh. I agree. It's not double jeopardy. If he'd slid in, would not have been a red, because there would have been a genuine attempt to win the ball. But what he does is he purposely pulls the player back. What the fuck are we doing here? Oh, thank God for that. Lindelof, what are we doing here? Well, Billy says, with this team, it ain't over. Time to put the game to bed. We need 3 more, says Billy. Well, they nearly scored there. Have that. Best defence in Europe. Get in. We've just scored 20%. In 38 minutes, we've scored 20% of the goals that Athletic had conceded at home this season. They'd only conceded 10 all season at home. We've just scored 2 in 40 minutes. Best attacking team in the world. I've always said it. This is all a plan. We purposely messed up the Premier League to make people think we're rubbish, when actually we're really as good as PSG. Bruno Fernandes says captain T1. Watch them sit back now, says Gary. Hopefully 5-4, not on repeat with 10 men, says John. Never sweat when Bruno takes a penalty, says Toro. Nicholas Lawler, thank you very much. Welcome to members. Casemiro's man of the match, says JR. There's just so much to unpick. 5 minutes at half time, but we've got to just keep our heads here. I would take 2-0 at half time and then tactically change the game. Cannot allow them back in. Have to be 4-0 up at least, says Dooley. That's got to be a handball on Garnacho, says Danny. You know what? Garnacho did handball it in the build-up. I waited a little bit of time so it doesn't get spoken about, but Garnacho did handball it in the build-up. I'm really surprised it didn't go back. But, oh my days, what an evening, says Zaya. Thank you, Billy. Just like we planned it, says Corey. Didn't even need the hoodie. Didn't even need the hoodie. Listening to you in the car on my way home from training. What the hell is happening, says Ivor. I tell you what, United in the Europa League this season, it's just incredible. And can I just say, big shout out to Agate on the first goal. He got the assist. And big shout out to Rasmus on that penalty, because the thing is, it is a penalty. I wasn't sure it was a penalty, but it is a penalty when you watch it back, because he's going to score. It's a tap-in, and the pull back just stops him slightly. And if he wasn't stopped, he would have scored. So people saying it's soft, when you watch it back, I went from I don't think it's going to get given to 100% it is, because it's not the fact that he hasn't really grabbed him. He just sort of does that and it stops his momentum enough to get the tap in. We can't relax, still score more, says it's Seon. We've got to actually score more goals. We're winning the Europa League and the Premier League, says Swish. Alvin says, I think it's harsh. Swivel on that, Bilbao, says Tusha. The game's going to open up massively now, says Danny. Nick says, welcome to hell. My heart, says Captain T. We're not doing it the easy way. Chris says, definite red card. Please do share the video, by the way. We've got nearly 70k watching. This is going to be a memorable evening one way or the other now. Who knows what's coming next? Here's Garnacho into Dorgu. Cross comes in, corner. Come on, keep going. Keep the tempo going. You've got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You've got to pump it up. Come on. He's making 2 substitutions here. I don't know who they are. Man United Spurs only final 0-0 after extra time and all players missed their penalties this time. I'm not talking about the final. It's the Malbec, Narc, red all day, says Lucy. It has been a very, very, very welcome superstition. Garnacho didn't handle it, says Nick P. He did touch it on his hand. Watch it back. Not the first time, the second time when he gets up, he does touch it with his hand. Quinton says, penalty plus red is correct. Hands in build-up is strange. Here's Bruno again. Might be worth a... Don't jump in. Oh, you can't lose the 50-50. Well done, Agate. Just put it out. Well done. Best captain, best player. His name is Bruno, says Ndibwa. Booked my flight to Bilbao already, says Ibrahim. We've got to make the pitch big, says Emily Derry, and capitalise on the extra man. Dan in Denmark says, remember the last time we played against 10 men? Yeah, we did concede 10 men. We did concede 2 goals against 10 men. And we've also got to be very careful about tackles ourselves, because I'm sure this referee would look at the switch. It's on all the time. The switch is on. Make the pitch. Emily Derry's right. Make the pitch big. Got them rattled with emergency subs too as well, says Mr. Scally. Well, they're a very good defensive side apparently. Bruno. That's going to come to Dorgu on the back post. Too much time. Should have played that first time. Oh, he went for the shot as well. Offside. Well, are you enjoying it? Thanks for the follow, King Kieran09. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. What a game. Just now more than ever, we need to pass the ball. I love this club. I love this club. I'm like Tiger Woods when I found the right one. I love this club. It's great. It's absolutely great. We deserve this. Graham, thanks for the follow. Dorgu. Come on, one-touch football now. One-touch football. I'm just laughing my head off at all those people who were saying, Amrim out, Amrim out, Amrim out, Amrim out. And they'll be there going like this. I can't believe it. I'm really enjoying it. It's amazing. I'm really enjoying this. When really they're not. Really, they're just fake fans. Anyway, let's not be too big-headed. Bruno's in. He could score. He has scored. It's 3-0. He can have all three. It's 3-0. He's onside. What the hell is going on? Athletic Bilbao. Athletic Bilbao. Bo Baggins. Go and find Gandalf. Because he needs to be in your back four saying, you shall not pass. Your defence is shit, mate. Best defence in Europe. What? What you been playing under 12s? Absolute easy. 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 What? 3-0 after 45 minutes. Lovely play. Rasmus again battling. Oh, he's miles onside. Agate with another assist. Two assists for Agate. An athletic club with the best defence in the league. Oh, La Liga. La Liga's so good. Get out. We're 3-0 up in Spain. Get the San Miguel out. Easy. Easy. Come on. 3-0 United. And it's only a quarter of the way through. Oh, Agate's got 2 assists. Get in. Oh, brilliant. Goal check. What for? What for? No, it's been given. Get up. Shut up. Goal check my arse. Oh, Casemiro's doing flicks now. This literally could not have gone any better. It's just fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I'd say I'm in shock, but I'm not. I'm just enjoying it. We've still got 4 minutes to go here. just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm just reading the chat. Domestic league crap. Europa, we're kings. Loving it, says Bounty Hunter. I love this. This is perfect, says Makel. Thanks very much for the follow, Amir. It's meant to be, says Shahin. Let's get 3 more in the second half. Full steam ahead, says It's. Well, how do you even like approach this? Seriously, like, you know, how do you even approach this if you're Amorim? How do you approach this if you're them? For them, they get an extra man next week. So for them, he probably made those 2 substitutions thinking if we can keep it to 2-0 and have a dream at Old Trafford with 11 men, we're not out of it. But they've got to defend. So we've got 40. For us, literally, you've just got to keep going. You've got to keep going and scoring more goals because 3-0, it's not impossible, you know, at Old Trafford. I mean, I'd say it should be impossible, but it's not impossible. Ryan says, Gandalf joke class. I told you, good is good. The team started badly, says Franklin. You were spot on. What the hell does they say? Amrim out of lack of ball knowledge, says Cola. We need to frustrate them. Pass, says Ndibwa. How hard it must be for a Spanish club not being able to cry on the floor as they're losing, says Amir. Make it boring. Don't give us another Leon, says Shahin. Lamine Yamaguire, says Bartley. And it's a corner here for Bruno. Oh, he's just hit the bar, Mazraoui. He's just hit the Denver. Oh, my God. I mean, I'm being greedy, but, oh, that should have been 4. What's a half of football? I mean, I'm thinking about 11 against 11. Nico Williams should have scored. 1 foot in the final. We can't go and win it, can we? Says Neil Stokes. Mate, I'm not even thinking about the final. Potential penalty check. Check over. For what? We need to shut down the right here, right now. Go for it, United, says Mojo. I told you, says Franklin. Right, make sure you give us a follow if you're watching. It's half time. Manchester United. And just so much to unpick. So much to unpick. I mean, look, we started so badly. Like, as I said, Nico Williams should have made it 1-0. Garnacho had a chance before that. Offside, scored. But we started badly. I think apart from Bruno and Casemiro, we were asleep. And we maybe could have been 1-0 down. We started the game really poor, like I say. But then the goal is a good goal. Maguire put the cross in. Agate, brilliant little flick to the back post. Casemiro with the header. And then, obviously, 3-0 comes from Agate flicking it through to Bruno. But the big turning point of the game is the red card. I feel like we need to do a poll on this. Should it have been a red? Because there seems to be a lot of confusion around this. Now, when I saw it in real time, lots of people saying never a red. When I saw it in real time, I was like, I don't know that's a penalty. But when you watch it back, Rasmus is going to tap it in. And the defender knows it. So he pulls him back slightly, which just takes him off balance, and he misses it by about an inch. That's a penalty. Like, it's not soft. He literally pulls him back and knocks him off balance from a tap-in. So it's a last man tackle, and he's going to score. It's a goal-scoring opportunity. There is no attempt to win the ball. It's a red card. That's the rule. I agree with people saying it's harsh. Oh, it's harsh. If that happens up the other end, you're going to go penalty and a red card. But read the rule book. There is nothing in the rule book that says it's not a red card unless you make a genuine attempt to win the ball. And you are not trying to win the ball when you're pulling somebody back by the shoulder. So harsh, maybe. But anyone saying it's not a red or never a red, you need to read the rules because it is a red. It's technically a red card. It's factually a red card. There is no circumstances where you can justify that not being a red card without cheating, without not following the rules. He doesn't make an attempt to win the ball and he takes and fouls the last man. So therefore it's a red card. If the penalty's not given, obviously it's not a red card, but that's how it goes. Stonewall red card. And I actually think it's a Stonewall penalty because when you see it back, and we'll see it again at half time, he puts Rasmus off balance by pulling him back. And it would have been a goal. So, yeah. And it's killed Athletic Club. Best defence in Europe at home. Only conceded 10 goals at home all season. It's May the 1st. August, September, October, December. Don't forget November, January, February, March, April. They've conceded basically 1 goal a month. We've scored 3 in 45 minutes. Mic drop. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant half for Manchester United. There's something about this Europa League. There's something about it. And God knows what's in store in the second half. And God knows what would be in store if we get to the final. But there's just something about it at the moment. Ever since that Lyon comeback. Look, we've had 3 red cards in the last 3 rounds. Sociedad, red card. Lyon, red card. Bilbao, red card. Yeah. Jason March says it was a handball by Garnacho. Thank God. He definitely handballed it. I'm surprised they didn't go back for that. He definitely did handball it. I don't know why. I don't know why that's not been discussed. I saw it. He did handball it, but you know what can we do about it? We're not making the decision, are we? All we can judge was whether it was a red card or a handball, a red card or a penalty, and it was. Was there a handball in the build-up? Take a look at it. Bring Spurs up, says Georgie. Goals coming from good service. Yes, we need experience, but what getting rid of individuality and service gives us, says Matthew. Can see them losing their heads and getting another red here, says Cam. Look, Honestly, what I would do in the second half, soon as I can, get Mainu on the pitch, probably take Casemiro or Agate off. I mean, Casemiro has been really good, but Agate's got 2 assists. So, dreadful start from Agate, but this is what I mean about life. This is what I mean about football. Harry Maguire's an example of this. You can go through a bad patch. It doesn't mean you can't come through it. Agate had a bad 20 minutes, and then he came through it. So, I would be looking to get Mainu on as soon as possible. You don't need 2 holding midfielders against 10 men. Get Mainu on, and you know what Mainu can do. He can carry the ball. So yeah, I would look to do that, because in the back of my head, if I'm Amorim, I'm going, if we just keep going like this, we'll get another chance, we'll make it 4-0 and then the game's over. But in my head, I'm going, I've got to make sure it's 4-0, and 5-0, it's definitely over. So yeah, because psychologically, that's a difficult game next week. I know people say, oh, how difficult it can be when you're 4-0 up and you're at home. But psychologically, how do you go into that game? Like, yeah, that'd be good. Finish them off now. Screw the second leg, says for 44. And Debo says it's not a red. He was bracing. I don't know what you're talking about there. I'll have to come back to that one. Hoy, thank you very much for the follow. I tell you what, I could not have worn that hoodie, and I don't need to wear it. I think I need to wear the shirt from now on. Maguire right wing for the second half, says Daniel. Dan in Denmark says, was hating the first 30 minutes. What a turnaround. Thank you, Dan. Athletic club should stick to basketball, says Hayden. I'm sorry, but if you get done in by Maguire on the wing, you need to retire, says Tanai. Maguire's been good so far. United should keep the pressure up, says Edgar. And Deepo says it wasn't a red, he was bracing the fall. We're going to see it now on the TV, actually. Hello from Nantucket, says Jake. We need to sweep the leg, no mercy. Yeah, Cobra Kai, exactly. Take Casemiro off, he needs the rest, says Philip. I'd like to see Agate as a 10 alongside Garnacho just for one game. He has some creativity and we need more defensive aggression higher up the pitch, says Marius. You're not the first person to say that. And Colton says, a handball isn't called if it hits the arm of someone who is falling down and is using their arm to support themselves. There we go. Where's the hoodie, says baby, we don't need it. I feel like I'm a cookout because the unks are cooking, says Ankit. We're the only team undefeated in Europe, says Connor. United soft red card. Is Sir Alex Ferguson managing, says S. Wasn't handball, hit Garnacho in the ribs, says Daniel Lee. Athletic Club Stadium gone surprisingly silent, says Triggered Salt Gaming. Handball isn't given when it comes off the player, says Sam Brox. There's the penalty. Daniel says Casemiro's playing well under Amorim. Spencer says the only player who can mess this up now is Lindelof. Change Shaw to left back, Dorgu to right back and put Mazraoui there. Mantas says, isn't it double jeopardy? No. Double jeopardy is when you're the last man and you stop a goal-scoring opportunity in the penalty box, but you are making a genuine attempt. So imagine in that situation, he slid in to get the ball, missed it and took Rasmus. He wouldn't get sent off. But it's not double jeopardy when you make no attempt to win the ball. It's a red card. If we score 5 past them, that's a third of their home goals conceded. Let's go United, says Broken Pig. Are we going to win this cup playing against 10 men in each round? I'm not complaining, just asking, says River Manu. I don't care. Mate, I never said it was going to be pretty. I don't know why people are moaning about people being sent off. We are shit this season. We are absolutely shit this season. And if we're going to need, little things like red cards, etc., great. I mean, as I said to you, there will be people who are United fans and United ex-players who are smiling through gritted teeth. They don't really enjoy this. They've already said their piece about United and Amorim. So I don't care how we do it. This is just a means to an end. I mean, even if we play Spurs in the final, are we better than Spurs? I don't know. It's not a foregone conclusion. We just got to battle our way through. And it's been the same since Sociedad. Sociedad was not a foregone conclusion. Lyon, we nearly went out. Bilbao are the favourites and we're 3-0 up. So we just got to keep fighting. Just keep fighting until there's no fights to fight. No more battles to win. Sam Brock says it comes off Garnacho's foot and hits his hand as he's getting up, hits his chest as he slips. Handball not given if it comes unintentionally off the butt player. Maguire is moving like Kvaratskhelia against La Liga's best defence, says Jack. Just back from training, nice surprise. I mean, if you've just got in and you're seeing this, you're in dreamland. There's the stats, by the way. I mean, I don't know what it was like before the red card, but we've got 67% possession. We've had 3 shots on target. They've had 2. So, look. I wouldn't say we've been lucky, but the red card has changed the game. Of course it has. Just read an article. Ineos might be fielding offers for Nice. Hopefully they're going to invest it into United, says Reginald. You technically... Jalil says, you technically can't have a red and a penalty on the same play, so I still don't get what happened there. Mate, look, you're spreading false information. It's not your fault, but you're spreading wrong information. That's not true. You can have a red card and a penalty. You're just getting mixed up. I've explained it so many times. If you don't make a genuine attempt to win the ball, it's a red card, regardless of whether it's a penalty or not. I am not superstitious, but there is a cat that always shows up at my balcony when United play in the Europa League. I just need to make sure she is there for the next 2 games, says Sahaj. Yeah, keep it away from roads or, dogs or anything like that. Red cards and penalties don't change the 100 million in Champions League spots, says Marcus. Are United playing better or have a better mentality in the Euro League, or is the Premier League just so far ahead from the rest of Europe? Says Abri. I mean, the Premier League's better than the Europa League. Like, even Amrim has said that. Of course it is. Spurs and Man United are absolutely shit in the Premier League, and yet they could both be playing each other in the final. That tells you everything about the quality of the Europa League, doesn't it? Let's be smart now. Nothing daft. They're there for the taking. Look, Simon, as long as we keep, I'd say 4-0. If we take a 4-goal lead from this, job done. Simple as that. Thanks for everyone who's tuning in. Thanks for all the follows, by the way. Derek, you're a legend. Appreciate that. Please do subscribe to the channel. We're only 300 away from 66,000. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe on YouTube. Let's hit that. We've got loads watching, and please do share the video as well. So please subscribe. We're very close to 66,000. Thanks for all the follows as well. Henry, Abdul, Jifa, WJ, JP, Samuel, Rashford 9. Loads of people giving us a follow there, and please do subscribe. Like I said, I think Mainu would be an interesting substitution in the second half. Certainly. What's your opinion on United looking at Madrid's Rodrigo, mate? We might be living in a dream world. 3-0 up here against the best defensive side in Europe, but we ain't signing Rodrigo. Dead says, I know Casemiro's wage is an issue, and that's the main reason for needing to sell. But if we make the Champions League, will he be worth keeping for experience? I don't know, mate. Let them make that decision in the summer. I mean, he's done remarkably well. I think he had a shit year up until February, and then he's come back into the team and shown, he's still got it. So that's, we just keep it going till the summer and then trust Amrim on what he wants to do next. Mighty Red says, I'm rocking in my lorry tonight. Folk will wonder what's going on with all the shouting and bouncing about. Thank you, Mighty Red. Let the haters hate. Red Devils for life, says Wesley. I'll wash your car for free after this one, Mark, says John's ex-wife. If you know, you know. Wait, I predicted 5-0 as a joke. Should I predict scores from now on, says Mazraoui. They invited the devil to hell. This is karma, says Hayden's Gaming Adventures. Please don't let this slip, says Alfie. Genuinely confused by how United fans can't just be happy about 3-0 up against 10 men away from home in a semi-final, says Ed. Because some of these United fans and ex-players went too negative too quick. Oh, Agate's shit. We need to sell him. Amrim's rubbish. His system's rubbish. People were Amrim out after a 1-1 draw with Bournemouth. They're going to look really stupid because he's going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. He's not had a pre-season. He's not had a transfer window. And those people are now sat there going, oh, I can't believe it. It's great. Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm so happy. Leave the sellotape. I know I've done that one. Destiny has called upon Maguire to win the Europa League, says Fisher Price. Thank you very much for that as well. Garfield says, Forest, mate, wasn't replying back because they're losing. Are they even playing? Oh, they're playing Brentford, isn't it? Yoro, young fella, but composed and in control, says Murky. We're in a great position. Game management and probing for opportunities, says NR13. This game now is a training game. It's a pure and it's a training exercise now. You've got 10 men, and you've just got to go for it in that sense. You're playing against 10 men. Move the ball around. You know, that's what it's all about now. Right. Here we go for the second half. I mean, we don't need to think about it, but what do you do if you're Athletic Club now? It's a horrible situation to be in. I mean, it's amazing how empathy exists. I don't know whether it's anybody else feels the same. As somebody said a few minutes ago, you've got to be Cobra Kai, no mercy. Of course you have. But just momentarily putting myself into the opposition's shoes, what do you do? You're playing against the Premier League side whose intensity is not going to drop off. You're down to 10 men. And, you know, what do you do? You know, you're not going to be able to get back into 3-3. What do you do? It's very, very difficult to know what to do, isn't it? Maguire doing captain things now. He's not captain, says Simon. Let's kick on and take this by the tie by the scruff of the neck, says Miles. Embarrass them and show them what we can do, even if it's against 10 men. United, says Miles. Only thing to make this better is for Bodo Glimt to beat Spurs. They're losing 2-0, Cole. Harry's comeback coming to Netflix, mark my words, Mr. Scally. And Jace says, supporting United is weird. The games with the most hair falling stress end up being a United cruise. The games we expect smooth waters end up being a storm, says Jace. Wasp, written in the stars, Mark. The combo of Wasp and Melbeck doing wonders, says Sean White. A Yoro young fella but composed. We've done that one. Thank you very much. A bit early, Mark, but subs you'd make. I'd try and get Manu on, Dean. I just think what you need to do is pass. Pass and move, pass and move, pass and move. And that's why I think Manu at some point would be very good. We need to make sure that we keep a clean sheet first. Rest is all secondary, says Karen. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe. We're getting very close to 67,000, by the way. And bottom right-hand corner to do that. Don't forget your player ratings as well. We'll be doing that. A lot of fans on here will be too young to remember the year we finished 12th and won the FA Cup. Every new era needs a spark, says Steve. 75% of you said it was a red card. 25% of you need to read the rule book. There's many a time a refereeing decision is subjective. But that was not subjective. It was the letter of the law. Gummy says, I'm so happy this game is going our way, but I'm genuinely concerned these lads can drop the ball in 10 minutes. Would you give Ahmad and De Ligt 10 minutes? Well, we've got Brentford on Sunday, haven't we? They're on the attack here at the moment, and he slips over. Feels to me like Bilbao might have made a mistake with this pitch because there's a lot of people slipping over and it's not benefiting them. Discipline's really important. I mean, imagine if we gave a penalty away and then it was a red card. Suddenly the game can flip very, very quickly. CSSR says, I was saying 3-0 forward scoreline, but before half-time, this is what dreams of that Maguire assist was amazing. I love this team and I love United Stand. What a community. We've been on an amazing journey this season. Here's Rasmus. He'll play it into Garnacho. Garnacho should have passed it back. When's this kid going to learn? Seriously, like... The guy gave you the ball for you to pass it back to him on the run and you cut inside and lose it. When is he going to actually start doing it? He's got all the talent in the world and he just won't do it. Steve says, those who voted no penalty would have voted yes penalty if it was for Bilbao, says Steve. Yeah, you've got to take that into account, definitely. Relax, Mark, we're 3-0 up. No, that's the whole point. Like, I think if anything, you need to be more clinical and more critical of mistakes at this point. We've got the extra man. The second leg can be a bloody exhibition if we go and get a couple more goals. Yeah, as Sigo says, you've got to put the nail in the coffin here. Thanks for the roses sent. Darren, thanks for the follow. Mojo's a legend, by the way. He says, we need to shut down the right here, right now. Go for it, United. I think I'd read that before, but legend of the chat, Mojo. I mean, look, I'm not going to lie. If this finishes 3-0, I'll be happier than I ever thought I was going to be. But from this situation, I would say let's make it more. Anana get the contract, whatever number he wants, a Super Donut. What's Anana done? Or are you just in a generous mood? Mazraoui, that's the ball. Agate, lovely ball into Garnacho. What the fuck is he doing? It's almost like every time Garnacho looks up and sees Rasmus, he decides to run or try and hit a worldie to somebody else. There's a problem there. We're 50 subscribers away from 66,000. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and keep sharing the video. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. United 3-0 up here as we go into the 51st minute. So there's plenty of time left. There's substitutes on the bench. Mason Mount, Mainu, Ahmad, all attacking players that can come on. You could bring De Ligt on and get a few minutes as well. So much you could do. How many goals do you think Garnacho has cost Rasmus, says Dimitri? This team can't be trusted to sit back, says James. I hope you players not passing on the right plank even though it's free, says Mohammed. Chill, it's over, let's be real. Can we beat Spurs? Yeah, I'm not listening to Marco. Absolutely not. Can Ahmed play Garnacho's side, Mark, says Kate? If he's fit, he can, yeah. Nice ball there. Come on, pick the second ball up. Well done, Maguire. Should always be on the ball here. Always should be on the ball. Nice ball into Dorgu. Bruno, back into Dorgu. Cross comes in. That's another penalty, surely. He's tripped him up. I've got to be honest. I think that's a penalty again. I don't think it's going to get given. The referee's shitting himself saying, not again. But to be honest with you, I think it bloody was. I mean, we're not going to get two in the same game, but he does it. He gives him a barge in the back. I mean, I don't want another one. It's ridiculous against 9 men, but retain Casemiro at low pay for Europe, says Prazad. Well, he ain't gonna stay. That I know what you mean, but Casemiro's not going to say, I know I've got a year left on my contract on 350k a week, but I will take a pay cut. Like, he's got a contract. I love Garnacho, but I'm sorry he has the decision-making of a cow, says Manicanian. I love Garnacho. I think there's a brilliant player there, but, you know, I've seen it in recent weeks. It's just not, you know, he's just not stopping doing it, is he? If you've got 3 goals, you go for 4. If you've got 4, you go for 5. If you've got 5, you go for 6, says Abraham. If we're 3 ahead going into Old Trafford, why would Bilbao try ahead? They're in a race for the Champions League by 5 points in their league. Food for thought, says Sammy. Nah, mate, you'd always have a go. You'd always have a go. If we can be 3-0 up at half time at Athletic Club, they'll say, look, we can do that at Old Trafford. Mazraoui goes to Garnacho. Mazraoui, Garnacho, Bruno. Oh, took it off him. Took it off him. It's my birthday tomorrow. I hope they don't bottle it. Hey, Oliver, if it's your birthday today or tomorrow, well done. Not just because it's your birthday. I mean, just well done in general. They're gonna love this though. Well, they're not going to love it because they're 3-0 down, but every minute that goes by... I mean, that was a little bit more of a soft penalty on Garnacho, to be fair. It is a shove in the back, but you're probably not going to get it. Scores 3-0, Seth Pick to United. They're defending. I like it, says Shahin. ChatGB told me to do a United clean sheet for my bet, and I thought, no way am I doing that. Need 2 yellows for 130 quid, says Christian. The comeback for Lyon sends shockwaves across the Europa, and opponents have given us a slight advantage to go and win it. You're the best, Mark G, says Jocelyn. I don't think Garnacho knows how to cross, says Christian. Well, he does. We've seen games where he can do it. I mean, what was that game where he should have had 3 assists against Wolves? Mark, look how free Mazraoui is. Please look and commentate. It's really very frustrating, says Mohammed. Well, I might not have commented on it, but Emily Derry mentioned it in the first half. I mean, look at Dorgu. Like this system should work really well. We don't need 3 centre-backs for a start, but he's not going to change it. So you've got to get those wingers forward. I mean, you know, if we had a winger on the bench, you could take Lindelof off, put Mazraoui at centre-back and put Ahmad on the wing, couldn't you? Matthew says, if we do win the Europa League, would it be your most impressive prediction ever? Potential red card check. For what? For what? Check over, yeah. I don't know what that was all about at all. I mean, look, if what I will say is, if there was any corruption, that would have been a red card against Maguire, wouldn't it? But definitely not a red. I would question why it would be a red anyway. I think, who was the other centre-back? I think the other centre-back would have got a cross. I mean, that would have been it was hardly Saliba against Bournemouth, was it? Can I shout out my brother, Mr. TOS member I met at the London show, and we became friends for life when we travelled to Dublin for the Dublin TOS show. Best community in the world, says Triggered Salt Gaming, and he's shouting out Mr. As well. Shout out to John and Sarah sipping their fine wine, says Sean. Shout out to my mate Victor the Snowman Lindelof for having a top-class performance, says Harry Yamel. Spurs have beaten us 3 times this season, says Bartley. I know, but wouldn't it be Spurs to lose the one that matters? Anyway, look, we're not playing Spurs in the final yet. Like, I'm not even thinking about that. As I just said, Maguire could have had an unjust sending off then, and the game could spin. We were 2-0 up against Lyon at half-time at Old Trafford, and we nearly went out. So, look, I think United are always, quite rightly, as people have said, Man United are always capable of shooting themselves in the foot. Theory, Casemiro's playing so good lately as Ancelotti is considering bringing him back to Brazil, says Tanai. I think he's certainly, in relation to Casemiro, I think he's certainly motivated, and that's not unusual. You know, players can have reasons to get motivated. Like, you know, look at that. It's De Bruyne, since he's announced he's leaving Man City and he's looking for a club. Play the simple pass here. I can't state this enough. We've got an extra player. Play the pass. Move into space and play the pass. See, Lindelof's going, calm down, calm down. Shut up, Lindelof. We need another bloody goal. Casemiro's just told him. Why are they waving white flags around, Pratt, says Nick P. Because they probably feel they've been treated unfairly, but... Come on, don't get yourselves in trouble here. What are we doing? Why are we getting ourselves into trouble on the edge of our own penalty box here? For God's sake, what are we doing here? We desperately need to get better players on the ball. Like, we should not be getting pinned in on our own edge of our own 6-yard box. Played Garnacho, that's a yellow card. Have that. If we win the Europa League, we got to give Ten Hag some props for getting us here in the first place, says Sebi. Bilbao fans are embarrassing, says Daniel. Why isn't Unai Simon playing? I don't know, Steve. I don't watch La Liga. I mean, was he not Spain's starting goalkeeper in the Euros, or have I mixed him up with someone else? Go on, Rasmus. You're going to get there. Well done. Well done. Go, Dorgu. Oh, Agate. Should have gone Dorgu, mate. Got to learn that. Got to learn the right pass. If he'd have gone first time there, he'd have had 3 assists. Good run by Rasmus, though. We need to calm down. Anything can still happen, says Ibrahim. Jack says the ref's been great. What's your decision on Maguire? What's your decision on Maguire's controversial tackle? I'd like to see it again. I didn't think it was a foul, to be honest. I think sometimes you see them given, sometimes you don't. I certainly don't think it's a red card. I mean, he could have given a foul, but certainly not a red card. But I'd like to see where the other defender was as well, because I certainly don't think he was going to get through one-on-one. I don't think it was harsh to say it was a goal-scoring opportunity. They've not used Dorgu in the second half at all, says Frederick. Charlito says it was definitely more contact than Bilbao's red. Yeah, mate. I mean, I don't know what your intelligence level is, but there's a big difference between a player who's not running through on goal to one who's going to score a tap-in and gets fouled. Here we go. Mazraoui goes to Garnacho. Don't shoot. Put the cross in. Pass it. Pass it. Casemiro. Corner. Keep moving the ball. Very happy to see Agate get 2 assists after the shaky start, says Benji. Yeah. Adzi says, I think I'm happiest about is we don't have to rush Dalit and Ahmad back. Yes, exactly. Good position to be in. Do you think Bendito will get a chance, says Dean. No, not in a game like this. I don't. Go! Oh, I thought he'd scored. Casemiro on the front post. There's something about the Malbec. There's something about the Malbec. I've got to say, it's magical Malbec. Like, since we've only had... Oh, is it? It's a save for the keeper, is it? Casemiro front post. No, it hits the post. One more. We just need one more. Gary says, Athletic will be out to injure someone now. Leighton, thanks for your follow. Anno, thanks for the follow. We're 10 subscribers away from 67,000, by the way. Please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the United Stand, live every night at 8 o'clock, every morning at 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock as well. Lots to get involved with. Don't forget, do your player ratings. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. We're about to make 2 substitutions here. Delit's coming on, so he obviously does need the minutes. This is good news. Mount's coming on as well. Should give us a little bit more creativity. So Mount and De Ligt are coming on. Yeah, sign up for the player ratings, or you'll get an email, then you're in. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Star for your man of the match. Get involved in that. Garnacho Maguire's coming off for De Ligt. Had a good game, Yamal, Maguire. And Agate's coming off. Had a good game. Yeah. Good rotational minutes. Clever. Mark needs to be drunk 24/7 just so United Stan can finally cut his hair. United Strand. Clearly the wine is magical, says Perk. Next season we win everything, Mark. Become a wino, says Justin. Let's make some attacking subs. I want 2 more goals. Let's stretch them out, says John. Shout out to you, Mark, and the United Stand. Great community, says Richie. Thanks for your super chat, pal. And look, at the moment, I'm in a dream. I'm not in a dream. I mean, I've seen it all. But what I mean is, we're in dreamland because, I tell you what, that first... I mean, I knew Athletic Bilbao were a good team. And I knew they had good players. But that first 15 minutes, I was like, we're gonna have to really grind our way through this. And I was thinking after that first 15 minutes, like, keep it tight here. An amazing night at Old Trafford next week. Just get to the final. To be 3-0 up, we're still, 25 minutes to go. In their place. Please could you say hi to my wife Roxanne, who puts up with our shouting and moaning every game. She knows what mood I'm in by the tone of your voice, says Daniel. Shout out to Roxanne. John says, I'd keep Casemiro. He's just so good in Europe. I don't think he's going to go anywhere anyway. He's got a year left on his contract, hasn't he? Why are people trying to put this performance down? We're in dreamland, says Brack. Who's trying to put it down? Crazy. Crazy. Casemiro's having a blinder, says Cobman. I think Casemiro would be my man of the match, yeah. Has Casemiro earned another year at United, says Cairo. He's already got another year. Can't sell a player that doesn't want to go. I'm loving that we're not shooting from 30 yards as well, says Maximilian. Thank you very much, pal. Bossman says, surely taking Maguire and Agate off will leave us wide open. Look, if De Ligt's fit, he needs the minutes. And I'm very happy to see De Ligt back on the pitch for half an hour. He's obviously further along than we thought. Spurs are 3-0 up. Got to move the ball quick here. Mason Mount just needs to get up to speed with the game. Spurs are 3-0 up as well. Hey, if we play Spurs in the final, there's no part of me that thinks that's easy. And there's every part of me that's terrified. I mean, imagine losing the final to Spurs. Nico Williams trying to win a penalty. Referee says no. Lovely. Mount, space, move, move, move. Look at Rasmus. Hold it, Mount. Hold it, hold it. Dorgu. Garnacho. What's he shooting for? I can't speak. I'll give him a 5, and that's generous. I really do think he's had a bad game, which is amazing in a game of this scoreline. Well in De Ligt. Come on. Move the... Mount, go that way! Fucking hell, Mount, what are you doing? We're trying to score a 4th goal. At least he won it back. We're on the bloody attack and he tries to turn round. We're trying to score a 4th goal, mate. Ahmad for Rasmus, says Shahin. Might do it. Might do it. Bartley says, Mrs. asked if you're going to do Agadoo. I'll keep that back. Look, if we win the final, I will. I'll do a lot more than that. Finally, a game worth getting up at 3 a.m. for, says Wub. Yeah, shout out for everybody who watches United at those hours of the morning. Bloody hell, it's been a long season. Riley says, calm down, mate. You're 3-0 up. Mate, I want 4. I want 4. 3-0's not doable. Like, I know it's 1 foot in the final, but 3-0's not doable. I mean, what if they score a goal and then we get someone sent off? Like, that's not doable at Old Trafford. I'm sorry. It's nearly doable, but it's not doable. It's not impossible. I think we really should be pushing for another goal. Take Garnacho off, I think. I'd rather lose the semi than lose the final to Tottenham, says Stanky. IQ says, why am I so nervous? Keir says, here we go again with the selfishness. We just can't be the team Spurs finally win a trophy from. That's our only fear, says Brendan. Well, Ange does say, I always win a bloody trophy in my second year, mate. The only player allowed to shoot from 30 or more yards is Rafinha. Lethal long shot taker, says Dean. Well in. I feel like Mount and Lindelof just slow us down, says Trina. There's something about Mount. I just don't understand whether he can't start games or Amorim doesn't want him to start games. I mean, he's been fit for bloody ages, hasn't he? And the last few games he's come on, he's really not made much of an impact. I think Casemiro knows exactly how important it is to get the 4th goal. You can just see from his body language that he's desperately trying to push us on here. Proper leadership game. Well in, Yoro. Mount, where you going? Well done. That's a foul. Yeah, take that. Come on, get the ball and move. Don't pull your socks up. Get the ball and kick it. It's got to up the tempo here. Lee Jones says, don't be greedy wanting 4. I think if it's 4, it's over. I think if it's 3, it's probably over. And that's why I want the 4th goal. It probably is over, 3-0 up, taking it to Old Trafford. But 4, it's definitely over. So that's the thing, isn't it? Dimitri says, not scoring this half would be a crime against number 9. Feels like Garnacho wants to win another Puskas Award when he's shooting from all angles and distances, says Maximilian. Max says, Maguire and Casemiro performing in the Europa League but not the Prem makes you think. Why? I don't what am I supposed to think? It doesn't make me think. Kerbo, thanks for the follow. Mazraoui's better than Delo, without a doubt, says Charisma. 5-a-side team with current United players, says United for life. Oh, I ain't got time to think about that. People in the chat, do it. I ain't got time. I'm too involved. Too involved in this game. Casemiro trying to dictate the play here. It would just like us to be 3-1. Luke Shaw's coming on. Need to get at least 1 against 10. Mainu's the key. I know, I forgot about Mainu. He was the sub at half time I would have made, DJ. Just watch Bruno get on Garnacho for not playing. Simple, says Matthew. Need to get Anthony and Sancho both scoring tonight as well, says Peter. What was your score prediction, says Dean? What was everybody else's honest score prediction before the game? Give us your honest score predictions, and I will tell you, everybody. And they might not be happy about me doing this, but 2-2 was what I said. But let me just tell you some of the United Stand members. Beth said 1-1. Sam C said 2-1 to them. Maud said 1-0 to United. Kev said 2-1 to United. So at least Kev and Maud said we'd win. Me and Beth went with draws. I said 2-2. Here's Mason Mount. Cross. Not bad. Corner. I don't think we're going to score from a corner. Oh, I got Casemiro and Delit. Yeah, I didn't have... If we were going to win, I would have said 1-0. I mean, look, I never would have gone 3-0. You're up against the best home defence in Europe. Here's Dorgu playing on the right-hand side. Cross to the back post. Terrible cross. 75. Get back to the Shire, Bilbo Baggins. Frodo Glimt is waiting for you. That's football, Fairway 5. That's magnificent. Well done. Comment of the evening. Gets a like from me. And a heart. Live score did predict 3-0, but for Bilbao, says Forms. The players are motivated to get their pay increase for reaching the Champions League. Guess the trophy would be secondary, says Maximilian. A Man United Spurs final just shows the quality of the Premier League considering the position of both clubs in the Prem, says Oliver Jones. Yeah, but it's a shame we've not really been able to do that in the Champions League, I suppose. But then again, Bruno's been booked. Oh no, Mason Mount's been booked. Shout out for Man United 323. Tristan as well. Thanks for all the follows tonight as well. And I think we have hit... Well, we have. It says it up there in the top corner. 67,000. Thank you, everybody. No, we haven't. What am I talking about? We're not on 67,000. I don't know why it said that. We're not on 67,000 yet. We're on 66,800. So I don't know whether I went from 65 to 66. I might have made a mistake there. That's done manually. That needs to come down. Please do subscribe. We might hit 67,000 still. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Get involved with the United Stand. Garnacho's done well here. And then it's a corner. I mean, look, Man United against Spurs. I don't think there's much between us. Man of the match is the Melbeck. Defo the Melbeck. Says Patrick. Would it be a good or bad thing if Garnacho wins the Puskas? Well, he's not going to win it, Lucas, has he? He hasn't scored a Puskas goal. He won it last time, didn't he? But he's not going to win it this year. Corner to United. Ahmad for Dorgu and Mainu for Garnacho, says Lloyd. I've yet to see a successful Mount pass, says HC. Sabi, thanks. Welcome to the Members Club. Thanks for getting your badge in. Bruno with the cross. Straight into the keeper's arms. Isaac R1, thanks for the follow. Human as well. Brentford have beaten Forest 2-0. We've got Brentford at the weekend. I tell you what. Can I just say now, unless you're an Amrim Out hater who is pretending to be happy tonight, I don't want to hear anything when Brentford beat us on Sunday. I don't give a shit. I just don't give a shit about Sunday at all. Don't be coming on the show on Sunday going, oh, Amrim out. I couldn't give a toss. As long as we get to the final, that's all I'm bothered about. United now has the Bilbao experience for the final, says Jamie. Yeah, this is where the final will be played, actually. Shout out to Maguire and Casemiro for turning their form around for us. Have been insane these last two European matches. Still can't quite believe we're 3-0 up against the favourites, but I'll take it, says Dan B. They'll be gutted. This is the equivalent of Man United losing 3-0 at home in the first leg of the semi-final, knowing the final's at Old Trafford. And it's a bank holiday in Spain. They'd be gutted. 4th in La Liga. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. It's not done yet. I agree. But I like Garnacho, but sell him while he has value, says La Familia. Who are your top 3 favourite United players of all time, says Connor. I'd say definitely Roy Keane, David Beckham, and probably Ronaldo. There's so many, though. There are so many. I'm not leaving, you know, if you give me 10, I'll give you 10 legends, you know. We can't struggle like this to keep pressure against 10 men. Next week may be much more difficult. Well done, Rasmus. Bruno, good save, keeper. Come on, push the last 10 minutes now. Push the last... I don't think we've pushed enough. Bruno's cross is magnificent. No one's there. It's a great ball. Well, I've just posted this on Twitter. I don't know what people think about this. I'm not going to complain, but we really should have got a goal in the second half. 1 or 2 players just been a little bit selfish again. And I'm not complaining. You can't complain. But I think Rasmus has played well. Yes, Ethan, I think he's played very, very well. I mean, you know, this is a very good Athletic side. And he's fought really hard. Been physical, won as the penalty, but I think we could. I think there's a couple of players that could have been a bit better. I think Mount's been poor since he came on. I think it should have been Mainu instead of Mount. Malbec in Afrikaans language means crazy mouth, says Nathan. In Goldbridge language, it means Argentinian red wine. Never expected to be 3-0 up, says Addy. I can't read the next bit. Is Ruben a manager or a coach? Why can't we play as a team, says Wayne. I think this is down to inexperience tonight. The reason we haven't gone 3-4. You look at Casemiro and Bruno, and I think they know what's needed, but I think there are younger players out there that don't. Casemiro, man of the match, says Robert. Don't forget to do your player ratings. You can do that. Mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. Get involved in that. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what some of the scores are tonight, because an amazing result with some good performances, some great performances, and actually 1 or 2 pretty below par, I think, but an amazing result. Luke Shaw's on. Here he is. I forgot he'd come on. Cut back. Garnacho straight at the keeper. That could have been a... Here he is. Garnacho. Keep it in. Cuts it back. Rasmus loses it. Probably should have played that back. Ruben loves Mount. Amrim chants in Bilbao Stadium. Back Amrim, says Jacob. Garnacho is frustrating, says David. Thank you very much for your super chats tonight. Other than looking like an extra from Broken Back Mountain, I'm not really sure what Mount's offering. Just very off the pace, says Nick P. Bilbao had no electricity this week, so couldn't have team meetings to watch all our highlights of the season so far and strategies against us, says Duncan. Amrim Outers are trolls rivals, says Mr. Bronson. Mate, there are Amrim Outers who apparently are ex-players and YouTubers, I was told. So, you know, don't know what that's all about. Mainu's coming on for Garnacho. Probably a little bit late, this. I genuinely think that's the only thing Amrim's got wrong. It should have been. Ahmad's on as well. It should have been Mainu instead of Mount. Now, see, we've got Ahmad and Mainu on now with 6 minutes. Mark, if you signed for United in real life, what season would have been your first, says James? Oh, that's a good question. So, What year am I making my debut? And I'll tell you what season it would have been. No, how old am I when I'm making my debut, and I'll tell you what season it would have been. Credit where due. The ref has been immense. Not fazed by 50,000 Bilbao fans, says Kartik. VAR, mate. VAR got the referee. VAR got the decision on the penalty, mate. VAR did its job. Kind of boring second half job. John says, should have played a high line. DJ says, great performance, but Mount as our number 7 is strange. Hilmer, thank you very much for your super chat. Thank you very much. Thanks for all the follows. Connor as well. Appreciate that. Mr. Bronson says, I can't understand why anyone who loves this club would be hammering out. So I've got to be 18. What season would I have been in 18? Trying to think what year it would have been. So... yeah. Can I make my debut at 17? Oh no, 18. Class of 92, 96. Yeah. I think that's right. No. If I was 17, it would be class of 92. No, I wasn't in the original 1923, you cheeky get. Lovely play by Erasmus, into Mainu, into Luke Shaw, cut back to Bruno, over the fucking bar. Just want the 4th goal. You've done really well, lads, but I just want the 4th goal. Is Casemiro playing himself back into the team for next year? Sure, next year's next year. I couldn't give a toss about next year. I couldn't give a toss about Brentford. All I care about is winning the Europa League. We haven't won the Europa League. People are talking to me about next year, this, that, and the other. Gyökeres, this, that, and the other. Just win the Europa League. We're taking another step tonight. We're not there yet. Ted Man's watching from Ethiopia. Shout out to you, pal. Here, I've got a question for you in a minute. Good question. Oh, I'm an idiot. I haven't even set up the bloody match reaction. What a prat. Oh, God. I hate it when... You know, sometimes I don't set it up before and I go, I'll have plenty of time in the game. I never have time in the game. Never have time in the game. Idiot. Idiot. Nice ball out to Ahmad. What's he got? Come on. Pass. Bruno. Little dink. Rasmus is just behind him. Just behind him. Not going to do that. I can't believe I'm writing this. 3-0 Man United. Both Williams brothers sat on the bench. They can't believe it. I want the 4th goal. I'm just reminding myself of don't be greedy. But I really do am. I'm not annoyed. That's the wrong word. I'm just a little bit greedy. That's the word. I'm greedy. Two minutes to go. Look, in fairness to Athletic Club, you'd be very happy that at half-time it was 3-0 and at full-time it's 3-0. I think we've let them off a little bit. Still got a mountain to climb, but it was over at 4-0. It would have been over for 4-0. $60,000 watching, absolute legends. Cross comes in. The lit's on the back post. Another corner. Won't be long added on than ever is in Europe. I don't think Bilbao could come to United and win 4-0. No, what would need to happen, Joe, is you would need something to happen like what's happened to us, a red card, something like that. We can't get beat 4-0 at Old Trafford with 11 men. That would be disgusting. But, you know, football's a funny old game. It's looking like either United or Tottenham is going to be English's 6th team in the Champions League, says David. I think I'm going to get the number 7 shirt for my newly rescued dog. He's got 3 legs, but he can still run around. Says no retreat, no agenda. Oh. Well in. 4 minutes added on. Come on, push for the last goal here. That's it. Move it quicker, move it quicker, move it quicker. Bruno. Crazy why I'm not confident going to Old Trafford 3-0 up, says Stephen. Been a while, we conceded corners, says Milford. Regardless of Amorim being United manager in any profession, you'd love him as a boss, says Jimmy Jim. Well, they're on the attack now, so... Don't us concede. Whatever you do, don't us concede. He's into the box. Quick feet. Don't make a tackle in the box. That's it. Well done. Bruno. Oh, don't be losing it there. Too sloppy. With this lead, we can't slow and give Bilbao any momentum on our home leg. We need to keep this same pressure on them so they don't gain any confidence, says Ivan. Header for them on the back post. This cannot be a bad result. Like, there's no element of this that can make it a bad result. But I'm just saying, should have scored a goal in the second half. I think that comes down to experience as well. It's still a team that's learning. Interesting comment here from Mates. He says, saddening to see the incredible downfall of Mount, not offering anything other than... Again, I think you're absolutely spot on. There's 2 players that have disappointed me tonight. And it ain't Lindelof. Lovely play by Ahmad. Not given a foul. Mark, are Beth and Ricky going to Bilbao for the final, or are you joining too, says Westy Boy. I won't be going to the bloody final, will I? Let's be real. One day I'll get all that, but I'll be doing a bloody watch along, won't I, with you lovely people. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, I'm not even going to pretend to you that I'll go to the final. I mean, yeah. A result like this in the stadium will make us more confident in the final. Congratulations again, says James Sender. Hope you're doing well, James. Gaffer clearly told them to take the foot off the gas at half-time, says Dimitri. But why would you do that? Why would you take it off? Duncan says, I'm surprised Minibridge didn't burst in due to Maguire. Minibridge is in bed, mate. He's got school tomorrow. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. We were trying to hit 67,000. I don't think we've done it, but that needs to change. We're on 66. But bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Thanks, everybody. They've got a chance to whip a cross in here. I mean, just don't. I'll lose my shit if they score to make it 3-1. Straight at Anana. That looks like it'll be the final whistle. Mountain Rasmus. I think Rasmus has played well. I just think that's pure agenda, mate. I think Rasmus has had a good game. It's a shame he hasn't got a goal, but I think he's had a good game. I think Rasmus played well. I think that's bullshit, anybody who's saying he played badly. No, Garnacho and Mount. Yeah. Right. Thanks everyone for watching. Straight over to the match reaction. Do your player ratings, scan the QR code, get yourself over there, mark every player out of 10, 6 being the average. I'm telling you to do that because I think the player ratings are clearly going to be very, very interesting. I think some people are going to be all over the place, so get involved in that. Great result, says Boozy. Fantastic result. Fantastic result. I'll see you on the match reaction in a minute. And big up